Going down,
Going,
down,
going
down. Hey,
on. I believe we are live, Brother Joseph.
yes, we do when we have a joke like this. What do you call a guy who's really loud?
What do you call a guy that's really loud? Joseph
Yeah,
Brasher?
Mike.
Uh, Maybe a
That
couple of
means we're going
broadcasters might like
down,
that one.
down.
I don't know. Do we know anybody, Mike, that does radio? I don't know.
Oh, no, we don't.
I don't think so.
Mm-mm. No,
You know a lot of people, but not.
I know a lot of Mikes. I do.
I am really scared for people. They are not waking up, brother. They are not waking up,
Yeah.
including yourself. Give me 1 second, Joe. I'm almost done. Trying to find the new one that I made because some reason I keep putting it in the file. There it is. Okay, so this,
There she bees.
what did I do wrong last time is beyond me.
Hmm. I
Unless
can't
I'm putting them in.
remember.
Okay, it's done. Anyhow, you're ready to go. Oh my God. My hair is atrocious, guys. Not that I'm like that vain, but I am growing out my gray and I have a lot of it. But the dyes nowadays, they're just not as good. And um, I'll do my own shit eventually, but just I'd rather grow it out because it's really damaging. I've never had it damage so much on my hair.
Damaged it. She's damaged.
Hair is important if you know the story of Samson.
Yeah,
Wisdom,
kinda,
understanding.
kinda.
I've slept all day. I've slept all day. I was up all
That
night.
means you're not tired at all, right?
Well, I went to sleep like 11 something this morning. Maybe I was watching so many people today. And we're watching a couple of Republicans or MAGA at least are watching this one channel, and there's maybe two or three black men and one black woman, and they're talking, and it wasn't pro-Trump. Well, the one guy was pro-democracy and was
Right.
saying so many things wrong with, well, who's that? Oh, who's that? Jackie, uh, the one that sounds like a thug. That's what they were talking about. What's her name? She's a representative.
Oh,
Um, uh,
yeah, she's like, man, she don't give him no quarter either, man. She's really rough on him. I can't remember
she's
her
not
name.
good. I'm not.
She's brown hair, right?
She's a
Brown
black
hair girl.
chick. Of course, she has
Oh,
like. Oh, come on. What's her
well, I'm
name?
thinking of the wrong one.
She
Thinking of the
she
wrong
acts
one.
like a thug, like not good.
Oh, Crockett.
That's it.
Crockett.
Yes, Crockett.
Crockett. Yes, yes.
And you
That
have
was, and
like now this.
she's the daughter of a minister.
And what do we know about the churches?
They're not good.
Let me not get started with that. Hold on.
That's
I gotta.
yeah. That's why I became not religious anymore because of everything we found out about churches and religion, and and I already had an inkling about some of the stuff that was actually happening, and it was not good. And I mean, I grew up in the church, both Catholic and the
A lot of people
Lutheran,
did.
but it just when I met everybody online and we started finding out everything that these people have been doing to us, it's ugly. It's changed my mind.
Sorry, Winchester.
It is hardcore.
Well, I'm not, don't stop believing. Just there's a
I have
difference,
different
obviously,
beliefs, and I'm
between
not saying that I
organized
stop.
religion
You know,
and
I just have my own beliefs. I believe different now.
um
You know,
people. The dimensional shift is real. The changing of this is not what is so hard to believe that we're going through some kind of evolution.
I believe
We've
that
learned it in
wholeheartedly.
school. Even the Christians, even the Catholics, even the very religious have succumbed to some kind of evolutionary theory. This is
Yeah.
not very difficult to understand. This is happening. Planes are falling out of the sky. There is a
Yeah.
fucking, I'm so sorry.
Stuff that happens that shouldn't happen is happening. It's
Right.
just
And
it's
in
wrong.
a very specific order.
Right.
We went over this the other day. It went from derailments. Now, yes, this could be done intentionally. It very well could be sabotage. Joe thinks it's some kind of sabotage.
I do.
I've thought also that maybe like the three children and the father and mother. Okay, so that guy was a CEO. He was part owner of what was it? Simonas, something like that, the company from what was it, Spain, right? And
Hmm.
he owned like 7% of the business. It was huge. They had 320,000 employees or something. This is a huge business. Um, Remember, Joe, it had infrastructure and water and like they dealt with all these. You can look it up yourself. It's very plausible. Just like when that little Titanic vessel went down to see the Titanic, remember that? That
Yeah.
millionaires do not become millionaires by being stupid. They don't go down into like some kind of submarine. They don't. And they don't go on. Now, the helicopter from this morning, was it this morning or yesterday? Can't even remember. This morning, right?
The helicopter was yesterday.
Yesterday. Okay.
Yeah.
God, my days are off. I mean, for the propeller to fall off, for the fuselage, like you said, and stuff, it could have been sabotage, but it could have been their way of escaping something else. So they took plenty of pictures, just like the people that went into the little Titanic vessel or
Hmm.
whatever I forgot what they called it with the little
Yeah, they took
Nintendo
pictures in front of the
controller,
camera. Yeah, they took
right?
pictures in front of the
Made
helicopter.
sure they had pictures, which of course it's touristy. The helicopter was the New York tourist. Um, it was
Yeah,
from
it
New
makes
York.
sense what you're saying. I know. I get it.
Doesn't
God,
it
it's
make more sense that
crazy.
they're covering up their own deaths? Now, are they trying to escape? And what we're better to do it, but in America,
And right now, too.
best timing.
Right?
There's something not quite right. Now, but the other thing is there's just too many. We have too many. Didn't another plane go down in Florida today? Just
Yeah,
like a
in Boca
fireball?
Raton, right? Boca Raton, three
But
people
people,
were
we have
killed in
friends in
that.
Boca Raton. And it was a little plane or something, right? It
Yeah,
wasn't a jet,
Cessna 310, I believe it was.
a
Yeah.
Cessna. Now it's
Uh-huh.
a Cessna.
It's just a little one with a prop on it.
Yeah.
You know, the wheels are always out. Basic plane.
Did Junior own a Cessna? I remember the name.
Popular plane.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, I guess. But I didn't really watch things on small planes. I've even been, my first plane was this little tiny plane my friend's uncle took us up on, but
Yeah.
was it a Cessna? I don't know. It
Heck no,
it
I'm really kind of
seems
afraid to get one of those things, man. I've never been in one. I've seen
I
them. I've actually sat in one, but I have never been up in one. Mm-mm. Kind of afraid. Not gonna
I've been
lie.
in a lot of them, but I only flew in one of them.
Mm-mm.
Although our plane coming home from France was very small. Oh my God, that was a mess. That I'll never forget. I don't know how I didn't die. I don't know. It did not crash. I don't know. You shared, did you? I know we're on late, but
I did.
no games today, guys. Maybe Sunday. Don't know. I'm trying to get people ready for this change because it is happening. And I even tell this to Joe. Okay, things you can't do, things you cannot do. Lie. Do not lie. You may
I'm a
exaggerate.
liar.
Joe, I'm not talking about you in general. Listen. But this is, you can't listen. There's a difference between lying to people and
Mhm.
lying to your own self. All right. Now, Dana believes, our friend Dana, right? He
Mhm.
believes that we were never supposed to talk. Patches even said that the language was taught to us to cast spells, which I can, at this point, I could believe anything, really. So, if we were truly telepathic, can you imagine the sheer honesty? There's no, there's no little white lies. There's no exaggerations. It's the truth. There, perhaps there's no need for cops and and lawyers and judges, which we'll get on in a minute, won't we?
Yes, we will.
Because you can't hide it. We're a planet of telepathy, or at least I'm sure there's ways we could cut it, just like Discord. You ever
Wonder
use
if it has
Discord?
something to do with the vibrations.
Absolutely. We're on
And
the
see,
wrong.
and
They turned
what do
off
you?
our frequency. Trump is turning it on. That may cause
Yeah, but
plane.
what if they turned it off with the pyramids? You know, because they put those pyramids all over the place. And what if they turned it off with that?
Yeah. Recently, I found out there's proof of pyramids in the Antarctic. This is okay. So these are places that we're not allowed to go.
Hmm.
Come on.
We really
Let's
don't
think
know what's
seriously.
in the structure of the pyramid.
Only what they've shown us, told us.
Hmm.
It's coming out now. It's also coming out that there's a tunnel between Israel and the Vatican. I've said this a dozen times or more because it's very, very believable. When you've lived in New York
Mm.
and you're just like as anal as I am and see all the fucking tunnels and understand that there's something a little older or a little more wrong than what is presented to us, like subway trains. Okay.
I hate
Why do we
tunnels.
have so many tunnels closed in New York? I've always wondered that.
I hate
There
them.
are closed, unused tunnels, but yet they say they use them for cleaning purposes. Why would you need a cleaning? Why? Why would you? If there's nothing going on there, there's no people,
Cleaning
there's no
purposes, that
food, there's
doesn't
no
make no
rats.
fucking sense.
It doesn't. And it
No,
always bothered me. And it's more than one or two.
cleaning purposes, my ass.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you could put
Yeah,
as many
right.
cleaning trains as you want back there, whatever. I don't give a
And
shit.
I
But
look
just,
like a motherfucking monkey.
just it doesn't add up. Then in
No,
Willowbrook,
it
then
doesn't.
all
That's
my
no.
schools had underground, uh, small underground tunnels, which I
Tunnels.
could believe were attached to bigger ones,
Mhm.
maybe cut off.
Mhm.
Maybe there are still ways. Willowbrook, definitely, definitely. You could go down to
Mhm.
the gates and at the time I was still there, um, underground, and you could see the gates and you could see the tunnels. They were still there. Because why would you spend an extra 500,000 to close them up? I guess I don't know. Maybe they use them for other things. I don't know. Spooky, but why have them? Why have them? Before it was a school, it was a mental institution. Why have it? St. Anselm's had one that went from why? It was built in my elementary school was built in like the 1930s, maybe 1939 if I remember correctly. Why have a little tunnel that goes under the church? What was going on? Was it for war purposes? I mean, I don't understand. Anyhow, I'll just stop.
No idea.
There's a lot on my mind. Um, that little plane that went down, since we were talking about it before, you said that it there was it was a fireball, right? And there was a driver that
Yeah,
almost,
yeah. So it was, I guess it I don't know what happened to the plane. When I read the article, it didn't say, but it went down. It dropped down in front of this guy.
yes, it did say, it said that the guy couldn't use his rudders, that the pilot couldn't use his
Yeah,
rudders.
the rudder stuck. The rudder. You're right. The
I
rudder.
really wish Bill was
We
here,
have a great damn
or even
camera.
Dana might understand it, because as far as I know, um, I
Yeah,
understand it's
here
an
he
older
is.
plane, but rudders aren't as necessary. Like rudders are necessary when you have
Hmm.
emergencies. Like it's
Right,
when you take control of the plane manually.
right.
That's what I thought rudders were for. So I'm thinking I haven't watched shit about planes in 20 years. I might not know, but I am like, I don't know. I'm confused about that one. So, because he knew there was something wrong with the rudders and he was turning around, wasn't that it?
Yeah, he turned around and was going back. Turned around and started going back. Uh, it says right here,
How do you fake
a
that though?
student
I
pilot,
don't think you can.
Jared Scarpato, said he also heard there were issues with the aircraft. Said that they are declaring an emergency for a stuck rudder, and they all heard 5 minutes after was just siren. So and then the plane went down. So it was turning around to go back.
So it already knew, but I don't,
Yeah,
I mean, what could have, it just doesn't make sense. And they seem to be happening in groups. There's a reason I'm good at this shit, people,
mhm,
right? And you know what else was pointed out? It's a full moon. I'd like to
yeah,
look and see when the other group of planes went down. There was the helicopter with the child on it that just survived cancer. There was the plane at Reagan's airport. Was this during a fucking full moon too? Because maybe it does have to do with. Wait, Joe, were you telling me something about the ozone?
yeah. The ozone. Remember, they keep saying that there was a hole at the bottom of the Earth in the ozone. Well, that's gone. It's fixed. But they said that it when you guys the aurora borealis, when you see that,
Yeah,
that's the sun exploding, the explosions from the sun
yes.
flying at the earth, and
Yeah.
those are supposed to
No,
destroy our atmosphere and rebuild it every year, or strengthen it, or something.
something
I don't
doesn't seem right
know about
about
that.
that.
That's what it does, and that's what they say it does. So I guess over the years it's fixed it. There's no hole. In other words, I don't believe it was the use of hairspray.
Aerosol. Yeah.
Yeah, and refrigerant. I think that's a lie.
I might have to
That's
agree
me.
with you.
That's just me. I don't
Um,
know. Just silly stuff, right?
no, it's not. It's not. It was something else, just like climate change, that the fucking
Yeah,
assholes are trying to make us believe so they could get more money laundering. And oh my
right.
God, you got to save the planet, or else
Yeah,
we'll never exist. Our children will never exist. What
yeah,
better way to make fucking billions of dollars, people? Use your fucking brains, you naive assholes.
yeah.
God, I'm so sick of the people that just it flies over them. I don't care about the evil bastards. There are people that are just evil and want this world to be destroyed in their head, in their souls, in their brains.
It's hot.
I don't give a shit about you. Die. Because there's a bunch of us that want to survive and want a beautiful, lovely, wonderful world.
That's right.
Like our Trump. Now, tell me about Trump. Did he go for to the doctors or
He did. He was boasting
oh,
about it. He said he aced it.
baby, boom,
He's got
baby,
a good
boom,
heart.
baby, boom, baby, boom,
He
baby.
says I got a good soul too. He says, but he got to say I got a good heart. His long scheduled annual physical examination was done at Walter Reed on Friday. And he says he's never felt better.
He's got the heart of a lion, right?
Yep.
But he was banned from the zoo.
It's good. Stole that motherfucker, didn't he?
See
He
what
got
happens
that
when I get a
fucking
lot of
art.
sleep?
Yeah. He said he wanted to be a little different than Biden. Took a cognitive test too.
That's
So,
funny. And how did that go? I'm sure it went all dynamite.
well, he went for it, right? And when you go to the doctors, you never get the results the same day.
Yeah,
So
well, yes, he would. He's the fucking, yes, he would.
they would have.
He doesn't have
I
time to
know.
wait to see if he
Yeah,
has,
I know they have they can have the results done in about 10-15 minutes as soon as they get right on it. And they probably did because they're looking for anything they can find on the man, right?
the man's healthy.
So,
We all know it. Um, I love him. He's great.
all
You know,
right.
I told you yesterday that I was gonna put up the a meme of Christy Nome. I'm really proud
Yeah.
of her. Visiting the MS-13. Like I could do it. I'm definitely a strong enough bitch to do something like that because if they said anything, I'm sure they were on their best behavior too.
Yeah. And
Right, but
here's the thing. She did do it.
yeah, that's the thing. We're getting shit done. She's making sure shit is done correctly, and that's their jobs. And
That's exactly right. They're in
I don't remember
charge.
anybody ever doing any kind of jobs
They're
except
in
going on
charge. Right.
TV shows and news shows, and that's all that Kamala did at least.
Yeah.
But it was funny because Robert Zucker, I believe his name is, he's in our group. He's like, God, she's hot. And I'm like, I agree. I'm like, something about
Yes.
conservative women, and I'm far from conservative, but I kind of think I'm attractive. But they keep themselves well maintained. You know, it might be just their nails or their hair or a couple of nice outfits they wear, but it's something like they maybe I should put that one up. I have this like that hot chick with the gun in her and uh, liberal women have penises and conservative women have guns, something. It's really cute. I'll put that one up. That's an old one, but I found it. I have no problem with saying other women are pretty or not, or smart or not. That's that's taboo. Stop, women. Praise each other. Love each other. There's nothing like us. Nothing. We create life. Very proud to be a strong woman. Very proud. And like Susan, Mama Helen, I got Nancy Pooh. I have a, a soldiers of strong women. Fort Knox on my side, right?
A lot of them. All right. Well,
Let me just say one other thing about Trump being healthy.
absolutely.
I might be a little poetic here, but a healthy Trump is a healthy country.
That's
We
right.
had evil in office. We had evil in office for 70 something years, maybe more. I don't know. Probably on and off at least.
Boy, if they
Adams was
exposed it.
not. Adams, I found out, was a good guy. And that's old. And Adams's son, I think, was president too.
Hmm.
They saw something. Read up on Adams. Or maybe I will tell you guys about it. But like I said, like if there's that's it's so hard, this shift. If they're really getting rid of the evil, think about it. There's going to be a shift. You're going to
Mhm.
feel it, especially the evil that we're talking about. If you believe a little bit, just a little bit in the conspiracy that is the cabal, which I've told you yesterday means to conspire,
Mhm.
where we get the word conspiracy, conspire. Very ironic, isn't it? Right?
Yes. Especially
Um,
sinister.
I just want everybody to get ready. It's going to
If
happen. I'm
you,
not saying you're going to grow wings, but maybe you might turn orange like our
it,
Trump.
yeah. Mhm.
Just
Especially the word,
saying that's
hey,
a possibility, huh?
especially your word sinister.
I love fun. It's just ridiculous how I find shit out though, guys. I do look for it a little more because I've always been that way, grew up with an English teacher. Nancy's
Yeah.
kind of similar. She likes to read her books. Her mother was an English teacher. I guess it's like a thing. But
Mhm.
I mean, come on. I just happen to want to know what OD and OS means. I always assumed ocular for the O, but I didn't even think it was in Latin. Ocular, they use it all the time. Some Latin words we use regularly, some Greek words, like philosophy is a Greek word. Nobody would ever think it because we use it all the time, but it is.
Right.
Stella. When you say Stella, you might think of the stars, you might think of a name, but it's a Greek word. Things have origins, my friends, and we're missing a lot of them. Go on to your next. How would he do?
Well, we were going to say you mentioned it. Let's talk about it. Judge, another judge,
Oh yeah,
a
another
federal judge.
judge. Let me go up
Yeah,
to the
from
judge, Joe.
Fox. I found this at Fox. Federal judge said the Trump administration must lift their freeze on federal funding to Maine.
Must.
You must do this,
You
the
must do
judge
this,
said.
President Trump.
Trump, I order you. Since when do you get to
You see
order a
how funny
fucking
it sounds?
president, judge? You fucking idiot.
You see how funny it sounds? Yeah, but you see, Joe, it's not for us. Where we might think it's he's a fucking idiot. It's not for us.
I don't believe it. I know. But it's
It,
just so funny, because Trump
they did
dropped
do
their
this.
funding because of that they're not following federal mandates. They won't comply with the requirements of Title IX.
A mandate is not a law.
No, it's a
What
it's a
they're
alleged
not
failure.
supposed to have a judgment
Title IX. What's Title IX? That's what they're not. They're
of
failing.
what? Title IX of what? It could be anything. Listen,
Let's find out.
the fact that I always say, go to the foundation of everything, right? My friends, you
Mhm.
go to the foundation. What's the foundation here? The foundation here is that judges have no say in what our commander, our
Right.
elected president of the United States, commands. He is the chief. Or do we have to take that word away because it makes fun of Indians? Fucking idiots. I can't believe a whole bunch of people fall for this crap. You want progressiveness? Do it the right way. You're concentrating on the stupidity. You're concentrating on the youth. You know, because a 17-year-old knows better than a 35-year-old. There's a reason why you can't become president until you're that age. A very good reason. And they knew it. It didn't come out for us later that you have to be an adult because we're not supposed to live this short lives, 70, 80, 90. We're not supposed to live that. We're supposed to live to 120, 150. So by the time we're 50, we're half grown up. Get it? It's really the way it's supposed to work. And Dana believes we're going to see it in our lifetime. I believe we're going to see it in our lifetime. Excuse me. I wouldn't say 150, but whoop, I could see us living as long as Bones 120 or whatever he lived till. Just, I don't know if anybody's going to get that, but whatever. I think it was on 20 or 130. Um, well, the doctor
So
was
it's
about
about the
1,000
women.
years old.
It's about the women's um, being able to be in sports and everything. I guess that's what that Title IX is pretty much. Civil rights law part of
Oh, so it has nothing to
education.
do with the illegals? The judge
It's
wants
gender discrimination, sexual harassment, sexual violence. Because see, he stopped their funding because they're not following this. They're still letting men on women's teams in Maine. So he said, well,
in
you're not going to
Maine
be funded anymore in
or
Maine. This is in
Manians.
Maine. So the judge says you have to pay him anyway, Trump. You don't have a choice, Trump. You have to do what I say.
The foundation is that the judges have no jurisdiction.
That's exactly
They
right.
have their own legislation legislative process, but it has nothing to
Mhm.
do with the president of the United States.
Right.
It is an executive order from the commander in chief
Hmm.
of America.
Yeah.
And again, we elected him. We did not elect a judge. I don't care if it's a judge of a state, a federal judge, it does not freaking matter.
Right.
They do not
Exactly,
have
Helen.
control of whom the people elected to this country. I'm
Right.
that is basically
That's just
And
it.
if you want democracy,
Just
judges,
it.
that is the biggest democracy we have in this constitutional
Right.
republic, to be able to vote our president in. So shut the
Okay.
fuck up, sit the fuck
Right.
down.
Zip it. I say we impeach that judge too. We need to get rid of these
Lock
judges
it
that are
and
being
put
like
it in
this.
your pocket.
Exactly, man. Get rid of them.
Fucking retard today. Okay.
Just done with them already. God.
Yeah, that's basically it. Just you're gonna get fired. Just get debarred or whatever the fuck they do to
Hmm.
judges. And my background was
Yep.
is
Yep.
this. I'll
Yep.
just leave
Yep.
it. My background was a bit too much.
Oh, that's cool.
Is it? I don't
That's
even know what it is.
that's a
It
big
looks like one
city,
of the
isn't it?
games. Oh my
That
God,
would be
the
a
end of henna.
ginormous place, wouldn't it? Oh, yeah. Look at you drawing on yourself and get ink
I've
poisoning in
been
your mouth.
practicing. No, this is henna. It's
It's
henna. It doesn't go
my
in the
mom's
skin.
party.
Stop.
That's pretty.
It's
Oh, look, that's
not
there ain't no
Sharpie
city like
ink.
that.
What?
There ain't no city like that.
Joe, it's a video game, Joe.
I,
You see, that's
I'm
another thing.
teasing,
People
man.
can't tell the difference between AI and reality
I'm
anymore.
teasing. I know
Yeah,
that's
I
fake.
doubt you are. You such a schmuck sometimes. Ask a
I
Jew
know
what a
I'm
schmuck
stupid.
is. You know what a schmuck is? I don't know why you're allowed to say schmuck. Like, even broadcasters on the radio, you're allowed to say schmuck. I don't know why. Do you know what it is? It's a Jewish word. I bet Hila would know.
No, I don't know what it is. I just thought I was an idiot. That's how you guys would say an
Schmuck
idiot.
is the Jewish word for like the tip of the penis that they cut off.
Oh, dickhead.
Circumcision, they cut off the tip of the penis. Oh, I don't want to explain this. Oh my God. I am not like, okay, I'm not going to explain. Still want to know if anybody's having deja vu,
Oh,
because I had it a couple of times again.
next.
John is
I,
awake. My husband is awake, by the way.
uh,
Not fully, but he's
he's starting
one
to
of the,
understand what's going on.
he's in my dreams.
Yeah, there he is.
And I haven't seen him in any of my dreams for like 4 or 5 years. So he's there now. He's doing his own shit. I don't think he realizes everything, but I don't want to tell him this though, because he's gonna be like, Carolyn, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh no, 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 no. When I talk to people in my dreams and stuff, oh my God, it's so real. And I remember a lot of it now. I don't know what's going on, guys, but I have a feeling I'm doing as much in my dreams as I'm doing awake. And like I said, the subconscious is just an area we don't understand. It's
Mhm.
really all it is.
Yeah,
We don't understand it because they turned it off on us.
darn, they did, didn't they?
What's your next subject, my
I,
friend?
I supposed to, last night I think we talked about
Ice.
illegals getting the Democrats giving illegals social security numbers as they got here. Well, the reason that Trump wanted to get rid of all of those is because ICE found they busted like 18 guys. There was 18 of them. Yeah, 18 illegal aliens who were stealing social security numbers and giving them to whoever the hell they wanted to.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? One has already been sentenced to prison, and two illegals on the list have trials scheduled for this month.
and they tell us who these people are. They have a
Yeah, they named them. The 18 criminal illegal aliens have been charged as the result of an immigration-related identity theft investigation following a multi-agent effort with U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Each individual was charged with aggravated identity theft, misuse of social security numbers, false statements regarding citizenship, with the intent to engage unlawfully in employment. If convicted on all counts, each faces a minimum penalty of 2 years up to 12 years in the federal court. In a federal court. And
Bum,
they
bum,
name there's all
bum,
of them,
bum.
uh, from Honduras.
No
A
surprise
lot of them
there.
are from Honduras. There's a couple from Mexico. Most of them are from Honduras, though. And there's a whole list of them.
Well, they might be going after sections of, they might have things divided,
Yep.
allocated, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
so maybe they
I wonder how
got a
they
bunch
got their
from
hands on
Honduras.
this.
Huh?
How do you think they got their hands on the Social Security numbers?
How did
That's what
Obama,
gets me. How did
how
they
did
get it?
Obama do it?
There you go. Through these guys, probably. People like these guys. They can
No.
steal it that easy. Come on, man.
Who made our social security cards, Joe? Who made them? Who came up with the whole
Cabal.
idea of numbering humanity?
The cabal, of course. You know, just what it is.
That is what it is.
It is.
You
It's
can't
ugly.
forget that is the majority of
Yeah,
what is going on.
sure.
Okay. I am done because I don't know what's wrong with my uh,
Okay.
and
And Doge.
George.
Doge report. The terrorist watch list migrants secured Medicaid after being freed into U.S. by Joe Biden. I like that. From Breitbart, bombshell report from the Department of Government Efficiency revealed migrants on the federal government's terror watch list were able to get Medicaid after they got here. Joe Biden said they could have it. You know what? And there you go. Because there was this a lot of there was reporters that had asked that would go and ask Biden, did you really say that? And did you really want that?
You
And Joe,
really?
no, 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 I wouldn't do that. I would never do that. But then we find out that hey, they had an auto pin, and I believe it was the auto pin that was doing it. But the report found 905 migrants, including four on the terror watch list,
Holy
had been
shit.
collecting Medicaid benefits totaling $276,000, and we paid for it.
Yeah, I remember you saying that yesterday
Mhm.
that they
Yep.
were,
And then 41 were collecting unemployment benefits.
right?
Yeah.
Freaking real. Okay.
22 get federal student loans. Yeah, we said all that, right? Yep. God.
Okay.
And they even got tax refunds last year. Yeah,
Would even the evil do that? It's like just wasting our money instead of giving it back to like the people. Why would even the cabal do that? It's just unreal.
yeah. I had to pay an extra $1,000.
Right.
I'd
Meanwhile,
like my
somebody
money
else
back.
that didn't even deserve it, who's in prison, you know, got like $800 back so they could buy their cigarettes and see their
Right,
woman or something. I don't
right. It's just wrong. Do you guys support the SAFE Act?
define the
That's
safe
the
act.
that's the voter eligibility. You're supposed to have. They want you to have documentary proof that you're a citizen
So why
for a
would you
federal
ask
election.
such a question?
I think so.
I hate, listen, guys, everybody out there that has like a little channel that does memes that have like 3,000 likes, please stop wasting your time. Like our memes aren't any better. But the fact is, it's like they're so stupidly redundant. Do you think Whoopi Goldberg is a piece of shit?
Yeah, this is a poll. This was a poll. 97,
Why waste the time?
99.18% people said yes, they support it. It's on Dennis Michael Lynch's site.
Yeah, but But
That's
you
what I
know
found
who
out.
went and did that poll is going to be conservative. Polls are
Hmm?
bullshit. Please, I hate that
Yeah,
shit.
I know.
Like I do a lot of fun memes for our group. It's not. I hate being generic. Do you think Trump should get rid of all the illegals and the judges should shut up? Well, you know what? It just took me 5 seconds to
Mhm.
say. Not even. I mean, of course we do. All
Oh,
mega do. Most mega
absolutely.
agree.
Hmm. We do.
It reminds me of I wish I remembered what show it was, but now I have it saved because I subscribed with the three black guys and the one black girl. I'm sorry, I didn't even, but I was too busy with the chat because I couldn't believe it. The people in the chat were either conservative or they just, I don't know, or MAGA or whatever. But they were just like, you go, you tell it how it is. That is like they believe. I couldn't believe they're watching the same show as I, which maybe had like 20 people watching, better than our little show. But it's like they were agreeing with me about the conspiracies. They understood. Well, one asked about Nasera,
Mhm.
but I brought up whatever the man was talking about, and they were really good. I was so interested. I almost didn't go back to my other show. And um, the guy ends up saying, I guess the host, he's like, you can't go on believing about the conspiracies. They aren't true, blah, blah, blah. I was like, you try me. And I put down the liberally challenged. And I was like, you try me, kid. You go
Okay.
on. Because I have the
Yeah.
best of the best understanding what the fuck I'm talking about. Give me a break. But I still appreciate any kind of the way they handled it is how most Democrats would not. Do you know what I mean? They were beautiful. They were good to listen to. Sincerity. They had talking points. They were talking about DEI and I want to say the office of uh, it was something about the health department they were talking about and how the DEI don't, but they weren't talking about JFK. I mean RFK. And they weren't talking about I don't even know, but they were bringing up. I thought I looked it up. I might have brought it up, but it doesn't matter. I appreciate that they're having a clean debate, a clean argument, where obviously some were a little more neutral, one was more democratic, and one was a bit more mega. I just adore people like that. Just keep it up. Whatever the fuck you believe in, keep it up. Did you read anything Helen said?
Yes, she has said, yeah, he's dropped a few pounds. And since when the judges have more power than the president? They don't.
Never
You know
did.
that. And then said they even collected unemployment. Yeah, I know they did. You're right, Helen. I know.
He even dropped a
They
few
did.
pounds, Trump, because it's not the same Trump. It can't possibly be. I can't
This is the
understand.
real
Does
Trump.
anybody ever have, do you ever have a mama or daddy? I mean, that are like, in their 70s and 80s? It doesn't
Mhm.
happen. No, no. I don't care how beautiful his heart is. Like, it just, even if he has like that 20 or 30 more years to life than we do right now, like extra health, I don't believe he got shot. Don't think it was him. I think everything was a setup because it's just trying to wake people up. And it's sad because you believe real people died, but I don't always think that that's true. They've as much told us. I'm not even sure if it was Q but I've heard it a couple of times that don't be fooled. It's a fucking movie. I mean, you've heard that. Everybody's heard that before. It's a movie. Well,
We
people
all have
die
heard
in the
that.
movies, guys.
Mhm.
The saddest, like children die in the movies, like the girls in the helicopter yesterday.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm not trying to say it is true or not true. It's not from, I know what I believe, but I'm not going to put it into your head. But I do want to put into your head that there is a dimensional shift. It is happening. It's
Yeah.
physical, it's mental, it's going to happen. It's going to
I
happen soon.
wonder because, man, I tell you, I'm all out of
Got to stop
sorts.
lying, people. You got to stop.
I,
You got to be good to yourself, be healthy to your
I wonder
bodies.
if I'm fighting it,
Yeah, Joe, you're terrible. You forget.
because I'm all out of, I'm all out of, all over
The
the
thing is,
place.
it's very tiring. It's exhausting. And people think it has to do with their age and stuff. And that's another thing. Like if Trump went through this, he's not done. Because this is not a year or 2 or 3 year process. I'm sorry, it's not. Even if he started 15 years ago, I think it's like a life going thing. Um,
Helen says, yes, he did get shot because you can even see the nick in his ear.
yeah, I could draw a nick in the ear. I have fake tattoos on me. So, what does that mean? What does that mean? Give me a break. It can't be the same Trump. Pe- People who have lived on this earth and got all the fucking fumes and ate the same foods like he did, like McDonald's, is not the healthiest fucking person in the world. I'm sorry. I don't care how rich you are. You still had to go succumb to the crap that the cabal did. I don't know any fucking 78-year-old that can go up and down the stairs, in and out of an airplane, flying all over the fucking place, eat whatever the fuck they want, usually, be able to do a 2 hour speech after that, go to another state, do another 2 hour speech, get shot, still be able to do it. Give me a fucking no, no. People get PTSD like nothing. You don't forget when you're shot at.
That you don't.
Give me a fucking break.
That you don't.
That was such a lie. That was the good guys. They
Mm.
set all that up. They destroy all the proof. While he's there, no way could they do that. Who the fuck goes into Pennsylvania and picks an area with a damn roof? Trump himself would know better. Seriously, in the middle of Bubba fuck Pennsylvania, you pick the only place with a damn roof? Have you ever been to PA? It's like woods, like
Forced
where I lived. It was all
the
fucking
woods. Yeah.
no,
Remember
no.
driving
We
through
had
there?
black
All
bear
in the
coming to. That's what it is there. That's what you look out for, not a roof. So ridiculous. I don't believe any of that. No, no, no. And the one hiding in the bushes? What? What? Even Brian Craig went and investigated that. It
the
was
one that went stuck the
stupid.
not the rifle through the fence. That dude, the white dude that stuck the at the golf
That's the
course.
one with the Ukrainian connections and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
It was no
What
fence
a
there. It was
nutcase.
bushes, I think. Maybe there was a fence there. I gotta relook.
Yeah, he was a nutcase.
But it doesn't make sense. He was standing there the whole time. Well, there was like a highway there. It's like what?
Well, you know what? They also said that he tried to buy a rocket launcher.
In from the Ukraine.
I don't know where it was from that he tried to buy it, but he tried to buy one just before he showed up at the fence over there.
Look, I'm sorry, guys. I could write better movies. This is so fake. It's too fake. Could tell me the FBI and Secret Service don't know any better, or the Secret
Yeah,
Service at least.
they didn't go
An
investigate
awful
this guy.
break. That's my
They didn't go.
husband. He would have taken him to a better point.
Mhm. I don't get that.
No, because it's fucking fake. Of
Mhm.
course you can't understand what's fake. No, come on. He's got a little dot on. That's called a tattoo, mama. I'm sorry. I mean, you could believe what you want. It's fine. It doesn't. We're all mega, so it doesn't matter exactly. All those little intricacies don't really matter. I just,
Mhm.
I have, there's no doubt in my mind that Trump has at least four other Trumps. I mean, come on. Kennedy had at least one other Kennedy. Reagan had another Reagan. Um, I don't know about Nixon. I have seen Nixon lookalikes at the time, but I'm not sure if they were his doubles. It would make sense. And they really do. From the side, they look like him. Dead on, they don't. But from the sides, they looked like him. I just, no, no. All right, you guys got to start being positive. Um, I hate this part, but you got to stop being um patronizing or rude or mean. If you want to shift, it you want Jesus, like if you want Jesus into your life, right? What do? You stay positive, you stay with the light, you stay good, right? That's exactly what this is. Maybe that's how you see I know Jesus is going to come into dreams or something. I know it. He hasn't in my dreams, but I just think it. Why would you think he was in PA?
Who?
What? You're not saying he's not cloned. I'm not saying he's cloned. I don't know about clones. Well, I'm saying he's got lookalikes. It's
Mhm.
very, Trump is he's easy. He's really easy to duplicate, guys. I mean, the hair, and I have videos that I've made myself, right? That I've looked at his face over and over and over again. I'm sorry, faces don't change like that. They don't change like that. Um, Even Joe, you know how easy it is to fool someone? Even Joe, he put on the background of one of the Trump things that I did, Trump dancing.
Mhm.
There's one that it's Alec Baldwin pretending to be Trump. And Joe liked it because he didn't realize it was Alec Baldwin pretending to be Trump. That's how easy it is to fucking fool people. Sorry, Joe, I didn't mean to use you as an example. But some people have the eyes for it, and some people, and I'm like, Joe, that it not only is that not Trump, but that's fucking Alec Baldwin. I'm sure that pissed you off, Joe. I'm sorry. That was probably from Saturday Night Live or something.
Mhm.
But somebody did something different to it. I did not. I just added it because I think it's funny. You know, fuck you. You don't see Trump practicing, wasting his time at all to pretend to be Alec Baldwin, do you? But yet Alec Baldwin practiced and took the time out and got dressed up as, and then went on TV as our beloved Donald J. Trump. So who's the fool? Besides, I think he's gone anyhow. He's dead. They're all dead. I'm sorry. I believe that. All right. Anything else, Joe? Are we done? You got the social security numbers, you got Trump is healthy, and you got the judges galore because there's so many of them that think that they're fucking so special, but
Mhm.
no, they're not. They're either throwing out their last line, um, trying for it, or they're already caught, blackmailed, bribed. I think most of them are gone, even the judges.
One last thing.
Yes, sir.
A pharmaceutical company by the name of Novartis is promising to build $23 billion investment over 5 years in the United States. Because Trump said we don't need China making our drugs. So this company's stepping up and they're gonna start doing it here. This is a Swedish company. So
I trust the
they're
Swedes to an extent. I don't trust
10
what they live in.
facilities, including 7 brand new facilities, creating 1,000 new jobs, 4,000 additional US jobs.
Our innovative medicines address society's greatest disease burdens and restore pos possibility for patients. But I want to know what's in there. I want to know if it's new age shit
Where?
in this Novartis.
Oh.
I'm looking at it right
Says
now.
one biomedical research innovation hub in San Diego, California. Its second global R&D hub in the US. Four new manufacturing facilities in soon to be determined states, including three that will make biologics, drug substances, drug products, device assembly, and packaging, and one facility that will make chemical drug substances, oral solids, dosage forms, and packaging. Build two new radioligand therapy manufacturing facilities in Florida and Texas. Expand three RLT manufacturing facilities in Indianapolis, Milburn, New Jersey, and Carlsbad, California.
Wow, that's really sparse, huh? They're all separated and stuff.
Yep. Spread
Um,
it out all across the country,
Perfect
didn't they?
timing because didn't Trump uh renew the drug tariffs?
Yeah, that's what this is. That's what this is about.
So that's why they're sprouting up,
Yeah,
but they're a Swedish company?
they come from Sweden. Yeah, that's what they thought. That's what it says. They're a Swedish company. They say they're stepping up to help out. They want to. They don't want to pay the tariffs, so they're building the facilities here. And Trump says if you just
Well,
build your
that's what I
facilities
said.
here, we're
That's
not
what,
going to
well, I'm sure a
help
lot
you.
of people said would happen, but that's what I figured would happen. Um,
Yeah, it's part of it. It's part of all the people coming back
there,
and making a deal.
who do you remember the name who owned Kodak?
Oh God, that
Goggles.
was a long time ago, man.
West something. Maybe Mama Helen knows. It's West. Okay. Because I'm pretty sure
Who owns Kodak?
might be Kodak that owns Kodak. No, there's a name attached to it. West. I know it has the word West in it. Oh, my
This
memory.
is owned by public companies and individual investors. Yeah, it's 29% owned by institutional investors,
That's not what I'm looking
eight
for.
percent by insiders, and 61% is owned by public companies and individual investors.
That doesn't help me. Why would you even go on and say shit like that?
I don't know. James Contiza is the CEO.
It doesn't matter. Something about, God, this is old. This is one of the first things I remember learning um, when Trump got in office, that Kodak, he trusted Kodak, the old cameras with the
Mhm.
pictures. And they have another name that develops medicines, medications, drugs. God, does Helen know? Look and see, because Helen knows things too. Helen knows a lot. She knows.
I'm not saying Eastman.
It wasn't West, it's Eastman. That's me.
And
That's
Eastman
me.
used to
Like now so
own
backwards.
Kodak. It was Eastman Kodak.
That's it. Eastman Kodak.
George
Thank you.
Eastman is the company's founder, invented it in 1888.
I don't know why I remember this, but agriculture, consumer goods, personal care. They have college programs. I
You
think
know where
there's
they
some
do, you know where Kodak does really well? At the
chemical
balloon.
company. There you go.
At,
Eastman Chemical.
yeah.
Maybe it's the chemicals. What?
Kodak does really well at the balloon fiesta here.
What?
At the balloon fiesta, a lot of pictures taken.
Oh, really? Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Oh
Well,
yeah.
Kodak doesn't,
But they're not really around anymore, are they?
they even have guitar. That's what I'm saying. It's
They made
Eastman. It's not Kodak anymore. That's what
well,
I keep.
they made 1.043 billion in 2024. That's what their revenues were.
Yeah. Yeah, because I believe that there are some Johnson and Johnson's, I think, straightened themselves out and now are with Trump. or pro MAGA. Um, I mean, we know a lot of companies that are not, but then like Sony, we knew Sony believed in DEI and all this shit, which I knew. I knew that they were gonna go left, that there had to be some, because there are always in these ginormous companies, there's always elites on the wrong side of the pyramid.
Good sneeze.
Are you all right? God bless you.
Yeah, I
I
sneezed.
didn't hear you say,
I know. I didn't want to be rude.
but yet we found out, God bless you. We found out,
Okay.
I don't know, a few months ago that the CEO died from Sony.
Yeah. Is that weird?
No, it's not weird.
Or he
It's
was
not
old.
fucking, if you're still saying that all the shit that's happening is weird, then you're not waking the fuck up. And I don't know what else to do, Joe. Sometimes you surprise me, and then other times you just talk so backwards. Thank you, Helen. See, Helen knew.
Died of cancer.
What?
Didn't he die of cancer? 2023. 22 past. 22.
Um,
Yeah. Has a weird name.
no, no, this was just months ago. He didn't die in 2022. No, because I said it on one of our lives, and we haven't been doing a live for more than 10 months. I think we're on our 11th month. This might be our 11th. Congratulations. It's almost a year we've been doing this crap.
Wow. Can't believe that.
I can. We started when I was in New Jersey, so yeah. Well, we were doing the videos beforehand, but then we got enough people to do lives. I think you needed like 100 or 50 or something, probably 50. All right, Joe, are you done? Because you're not even looking at me, so I don't
I
know.
am. That's about all I had.
I wanted to show, let me just, people, you got to stop. There ain't going to be no fucking civil war. It ain't going to happen. You have to stop with the evil
No, no
crap in
Civil
your
War.
head. Ignore them.
That's right.
Ignore them. You're not worth my time.
Yeah. Civil
That's
War.
what you say to these idiots. Well, I'm going to show you something.
No, we're not going to have a Civil
No,
War.
no, you got to be
No.
dumb as shit. Because these kids think who they are.
I think Trump is a little bit too smart for that.
It has nothing to do with Trump. These
He's
people
not going
think
to
who
let a
they
Civil
are.
War happen.
Look, look.
And where down we go, 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 go. Oh, where down we go, go,
It's like a hate
go,
clip, to be honest.
go. So where
Oh no, what
down
flag was
we
that?
go, way
Son of a bitch,
down
look at
we
this.
go.
You know,
It's disgust.
that's what
Oh,
it
yeah.
is.
Whoa,
Those
you
black
let
faces.
your
Hey, man. Hey, you
freedom
guys do what I say.
walk.
Attack them back.
I can't hear you,
Come
Share,
Joe.
and
share those
promise
lives
me,
like that.
oh,
Attack
go
these people down. They don't need to
Joe,
belong here.
you
yeah,
don't
but
talk
for the
while there's music
fall.
playing. What's wrong with you? You can't hear,
Oh,
we can't hear you. And talking louder does not like necessarily help. Okay, what were you saying?
I'm saying that's wrong. They should
Of
attack
course
them
it's
back.
wrong.
We should attack them back when they do that.
One guy
No.
that didn't,
All of us start when we see that, when we see those people walking down the street, we should attack them back. You
first of
can't
all, I
get
don't
enough
believe
too.
that was not America.
You don't think that was in America? I don't
No,
know.
we
I don't
don't have
know.
fucking cottages in America. You see, people don't
What?
look. They don't concentrate on what they're looking at.
That's easier.
I know, Joe, you're tired. I'm not really.
Wow.
What is
Damn.
it? I don't know. Was it a red,
It,
black, and white flag or a red, black, and
yeah.
blue?
Red, black, and white.
It was. I don't recognize it, but then I never. No, it's not. Red, black, white, and green.
Green. Is that's which flag is that? That's the it's of the shape too.
It just reminds me of like Germany or something, but I don't know. The United Arab Emirates, Emirates. I can never say that word. Like the whole shebang of the Arab countries. That didn't look like any Arab country. It so I believe that was probably um somewhere in the United Kingdom, possibly England, because you don't have
Hmm.
freaking cottage houses like that, like those. You don't have them in the new country.
That's just hate, man, when people do stuff like that.
See, but what's worse is that you spread that. See, this one guy that we watched just now should not be doing something on his own. That's trying to be a martyr or a hero.
Yeah,
All right. You just ignore them. Don't even look at them.
that's right.
Cause yourself trouble, even death.
Turn around and walk away from it.
Yeah. Just
That shouldn't
don't even
do
acknowledge it. They're gonna get theirs. But if that's in there, but you see, that's the thing. Now, who would assume that was maybe it's like
it. Punch that dude
pro-Palestinian, but it
back.
doesn't even look pro-Palestinian. But that definitely was not in this country, so I don't know. But you
Hmm.
see, somebody put it here, made it relevant in our nation, and is saying, "Oh, watch out for civil war." You know what? You're the wrong one. I shouldn't even share it. But I'm trying to explain not to share shit like that. I hope, our viewers are a little more responsible and adult to know better than to get an idea and share shit like that. There is no civil war. You got
We're
Tesla.
not doing civil war.
No. Tesla
No,
protesters could kiss my fucking ass.
we're not doing civil.
Are you kidding me? One of
We're
those
Americans.
they're
We did that a long time ago. We're
paid
past
pieces
that.
of shit. Why even bother protesting? What are you in the 1860s,
Yeah.
1960s still?
Hmm. You know what? I don't think there's any
Make a website,
Republicans or any
idiots.
I don't think there's any Republicans or any Democrats that really want to fight each other. That was just stupid.
The Democrats would lose for the main reason that Republicans believe in the Second Amendment. Are you
Yeah.
fucking for real? How many
Just
Democrats or even independents or whatever, they just don't have guns. They don't have any,
yeah. Well, I don't have a gun.
only the criminals.
Yeah. I don't have a gun. I just don't want one.
Well, you can't because of Justin, but you had a plenty of
Yeah,
shit
but I never
before
had
that.
one. Really. I
You
had a
had
BB
BB
gun.
guns and shit. That hurts. You could fucking poke someone's eye out and they can't see and they're just down. But I even had it. I had a meme up recently about if somebody came into your house, would you protect your family with a gun? And it's like, of course, like everybody's like, yes, of course. Why wouldn't you? Oh, here, come on in.
Yeah,
Rape
here,
my
take my
daughter.
shit.
Steal my
Take my.
TV.
Yeah, come on, please.
Now, who
God, it's just
backward ass
insane.
thinking, but people that were paid to think this way or indoctrinated this way? It's the
Hmm.
indoctrinated leading the indoctrinated, the blind leading the blind. That's what's going on with some of these people, but it's not half as many as they say it is. It's not even a quarter as many. I can't believe there's more than 5% of these idiots protesting worldwide or even nationwide. All right.
And
Are we
idiots is what
done?
they are. We are. We've had
Yay!
enough.
Thank you, Helen, for stopping in. I don't know. There was a couple of people.
All of you.
Out.
We have told you the news.
Yes, we
We
have
have
told
described it
some
as
things.
best we can.
I truly believe that you have to open your heart, think really good, even if you want that evil to come out of your mouth. Even when I yell at you, I am always sarcastic with Joe because he drives me crazy, guys. I
That's my
love him.
job.
He's my brother, but he drives me
That's
crazy.
my job.
You're my average Joe. And when you go backwards, I feel like the world is
And
going
I'm not
backwards. But
average.
then on a chat this morning, on a chat that I've never been on, there's people that just understood what I was saying. Probably better than Joe.
No,
I'm
she just
kidding.
thinks
I'm
that.
kidding. Love you
Just
all. Take care. Say bye, Joe.
have a nice evening, everybody. Sleep well.
Have a great weekend. Wait, today's Friday,
We'll
right?
see you.
You have
Should be
work
seeing
tomorrow.
you.
We'll see you tomorrow night, and Sunday is game day. 4 o'clock, I think.
Asta. That's right.
Right? Sunday
Yes, ma'am.
4.
Yes, ma'am.
Take care all.